If it were not already quite clear, our appetite for a fantastic example of a Range Rover Sport is definitely not going away anytime soon, because these cars represent a very nice amount of car for the money, and certainly when you compare an example such as this one, no less than an Autobiography Dynamic from 2017, which has only just kissed 83,000 miles with, and for many of you, we don't even need to tell you what the engine is because it's the one we always choose, the 3-litre SDV6, because it's such a solid all-round platform when it comes to mixing performance, power, pulling power as well in the form of torque, and even fantastic efficiency, not to mention road tax, which is a surprising bonus for a car like this these days, all into one platform. And even as a 2017 facelift model in a gorgeous visual spec, this is definitely one of the loveliest colours offered on the Range Rover Sport of Aruba Gold with Santorini black roof, heated and cooled climate seats with ebony leather of course, and in the case of this car, a full main agent and specialist service history to its name, including most recently, less than 3,000 miles ago, it was serviced in May. This is simply put a car which is as well equipped as it is stunning to look at. And speaking of stunning, one of the most stunning things about them is their pricing these days. These cars are more affordable than ever, quite literally, and when you compare a car like this to what it was when new in 2017, it's big money. A £70,000 car, certainly with extras. Now, this exact vehicle with all of the aforementioned history and mileage and goodies and kit is under £20,500. Of course, for those who did want to spread out the cost, still has the option of low deposit financing, and to dive more into its spec, of course, especially as an Autobiography, it is well complemented by those 21-inch wheels. It has a panoramic roof, a front cool box as well. It's been fitted with a Ghost immobilizer. It has adaptive xenon headlights with, of course, signature LED day runners, LED lights on the back as well, and of course those are self-leveling lights as well on the front. Heads-up display with dual view touchscreen, a 1700 watt Meridian sound system. As we've said before, that is one of the key reasons why so many people in particular look for Autobiographies. Of course, it has auxiliary, Bluetooth, USB, and 12-volt inputs and outputs, premium navigation, in-control Wi-Fi, adaptive cruise control, which of course is a very sought-after feature, front and rear parking sensors, as you would assume, with reverse parking camera, power opening and closing tail, triple zone climate control, adaptive dynamics. It's fitted with the high and low ratio dual speed transfer box. What that means in actual English is you can take it on and off-road when necessary, and depending on where you are in the country, and certainly the time of year, that could come in very handy indeed. Speaking to that point, it also has torque vectoring and, of course, ISOFIX anchor points if you do plan to, as so many people do, use it as a family car with child seats in tow. Speaking of towing though, that is of course what we mentioned earlier on. These engines, especially here in the further updated form, they're a thing of wonder. A 3-litre V6 putting down 300 horsepower, which means very sprightly acceleration when you need it, but more importantly, of course, for a vehicle like this, effortless low-end power and fantastic towing capacity, given it has 700 Newton meters of torque. That's well over 500 foot-pounds. What that means in practice is the kind of car which you could tow a road train of caravans with, but because of those improvements in efficiency, these can still average up around 40 miles per gallon, and even higher on the motorway, as high as 44. And of course, as with many of the other facelift generation Range Rovers of its kind, has a very reasonable road tax, certainly for a car with that kind of power, and absolutely in the luxury 4x4 category these days at £345 a year. And for reference, if you compare that even to some of the outgoing Range Rover Sports of previous generations, well, more than a few of those are nearly £800 a year in comparison. If then you've already been looking for a special example, a visually stunning one at that, of the Range Rover Sport here in facelift form, then this is an absolutely exquisite one, which we do not think is going to stick around for very long as part of our collection. So of course, if you would like to reach out regarding this exact car, you could send us an email via the address shown here on screen, or of course give us a call on 01749 871 155, or alternately on our mobile number of 07482 267 439.